It got hot today. It's like 90 today, but
Really?
it'll
I
go
was
back to 70 for the weekend in a couple
nice.
days.
Yeah, I was out walking the dogs and was like sweating today in a t-shirt. Good old fucking summer.
Does it get humid up in Salt Lake City?
No, it's very dry. It's dry all the time.
Very dry.
Yeah, even if it rains, like within 30 minutes of the rain stopping, the humidity's gone again. It's honestly like Salt Lake is probably the first place I've had to use lotion regularly, or like
Huh.
my skin cracks and bleeds and shit, especially in the winter. But yeah, dude, it's finally warming up. It's actually it's kind of funny. We went from I got a little story I'll share with you. So I went up. I live near Big Cottonwood and Little Cottonwood Canyons, which are two of some of the greatest like skiing canyons in the world. And there's 4 resorts up there. So this kid that I mentor, his dad lives up in the canyon. Yeah, which is awesome. It is truly a dream house. I see this guy's house and I'm like, this is all I want. This is everything.
He
works
owns it, or
remotely.
you were just like renting it?
No, he owns it.
Oh, hell
He
yeah.
owns it, and he has another lot too. I think he's hoping eventually to sell it.
Nice.
But anyways, I digress. I mean, he walks out of his house every day and goes to the ski resort, like from his front door, walking to the resort, and it takes like 10 minutes. It's insane.
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. So I went up there with the kiddo because our plan was for the storm to come in and then me take like a half day off or whatever in the morning of work, or maybe just call off the day and go to the ski resort. We got like 9 inches overnight or something like that. And
is that good or is that too much?
I guess it's too much because they closed the fucking canyon down to do avalanche control, so they close down Little Cottonwood all the time because there's tons of avalanches there. Big Cottonwood, he was saying in 8 years of being up there, he's never seen that happen where they closed it for like a whole day. So they closed it. They closed the ski resorts.
You think that had anything to do with the fact that they've already gotten so much snow this year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were doing avalanche mitigation the entire time. So they closed down the canyon, and then what else they'll do is they'll do what's called a backcountry closure, where they say, like, you cannot legally be in these areas of the backcountry skiing, right? Like from these hours. And what they're doing then is
you get a big fine if you get caught, or
I don't even know what you would die. Yeah, you would die because what they're doing is avalanche. They're setting off avalanches intentionally so that they can clear them up. Yeah, so if you go out there, you're fucking. Oh, dude, we went out. So we went out, and it was really cool because there's a bunch of people that live up in the canyon, and they're all like, either very rich or dirtbag ski bums. And so the kids are all definitely just ski bums. And so this kid hit up some of his friends, and we went out and we're doing laps. Basically, they shut down this one road, and you can drive up. So, dude, we're like the guys that live up there. We're driving around, and they have snow tires and huge 4-wheel drive trucks. So we're like cutting through snowbanks and shit. And we ran some laps, and then the kid and I went off to do some backcountry, and I think we were going for maybe an hour or two. And by the time we started going up our second hill, it was like, dude, I think if I don't turn back now, I would be doing your parents a disservice. Like, I think I'm putting us in dangerous situations. I think we should
gotta be the adult here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's funny, too, because he doesn't love going outside a ton. It's like sometimes a fight to do physical stuff, but he started getting into backcountry skiing a lot more. So it was funny.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's like, can we keep going? And I'm like, I'm really sorry, man. But it was weird, though. You could see like the snow slabbing up and turning from like powder into this big slab, which is what happens before they slide.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you were stuck there for 2 days, 1 day?
So they initially said that they were for sure closing the whole canyon all day, but then they ended up opening it up, I think around like 5 p.m. or so, maybe 6 p.m.
Oh, nice. So you were able to leave?
So I was able to get out. Yeah, I was up there for probably about 24 hours. Wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Nice.
That was fun. And then I guess the other big event that's happened in my life lately is I passed this big security certificate exam that I've been studying for fucking months. And
congrats.
Thank you. Finally feeling free to not have to study every waking moment.
Yeah, studying sucks. One of the worst parts of like getting an education of any kind.
Yeah, it's tough.
Usually, yeah.
How's your classes going? You're doing some GIS stuff, huh?
I'm good. I got a couple more weeks. This first one hasn't been too hard because I pretty much did the same one in college already once.
Nice.
But
What is it? One class a semester type deal?
I'm probably gonna take 2 this next time, but they're like crammed into like 7 weeks for the class, so they like condense it a lot.
Is this through a school or where is it through?
Michigan State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How was it? Pretty easy to get into an online class?
Yeah, for this thing, you pretty much just like if you pay, like they're gonna let you take the class.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, I might do grad school if it works out after I do all the classes.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
What
any idea what you'd go for?
Nah.
Nice.
Don't know yet.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I got engaged last week in San Diego. Yeah.
Congratulations. Finally. Yeah. Finally, dude.
Yeah, we went to the zoo out there. Super awesome. Definitely check it out if you're ever out in that area.
I really want to go check out
it. It was really cool. Zoo. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any like cool thoughts or things to share about your zoo experience? Because I want to go.
One of the things I wasn't expecting was you know what an aviary is?
Yes.
They had like
birduary.
Yeah, they had several of those, and they were probably some of my favorite parts. Like,
really?
Oh, they were awesome. Just like the different plants they had in there, and all the different birds, and like.
Well, and so
it was really cool.
So
and like that's one of the exhibits at the zoo where like the animals are like right around where you're walking, like, which is pretty cool.
And are they all? Is it like kind of a free range in the aviaries? Because I know the safari zone is.
Oh yeah, there's like they usually had 10 to 20 different bird species mixed together in these things. So
that's so cool.
That was the other cool thing. It's like trying to find all the different ones while you're in there.
Going birding.
Yeah. But really beautiful zoo. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm jealous. I definitely want to go.
Yeah, I recommend it for sure.
Yeah. I'd like to get
SeaWorld was pretty cool too. I would say one additional selling point was SeaWorld had several roller coasters for anyone who's into that kind of thing.
Nice.
So I did ride a roller coaster for the first time in years, and that was
heck yeah.
intense as hell.
Are you a coaster guy?
Not really.
No.
But I was like, Dina really wanted to do it, so I was like, I'll do it. I'll do one. Yeah, I'll do one with you. So it was like it went straight up, and then right when it got to the part where it like goes up and over, it drops you back down backwards through the middle, and then like up the other side to like the top of that. So and then you swing up again, and then you like cross over and like. Yeah. It has you like do like a corkscrew, or you're just like straight up, upside down, and way high up. Yeah, it was pretty exhilarating. I definitely got a rush from it.
Roller coaster. What an interesting thing for somebody to come up with, like that idea.
They're pretty cool.
Let's build a train, but like.
Did you ever play Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Oh yeah, dude.
That was a fun game.
Have you ever seen Mr. Bones' Wild Ride?
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, it was like a meme. Somebody made a like ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon that takes like 40 years to ride, and he made this guy ride on it, and then like put it in a loop so the guy stayed stuck on it. Or no, maybe it was a bunch of people, and like all the people's thoughts are like, I really wish I could get off this ride. I miss going home. I miss the bathroom. I miss food, and like stuff like that. It's so funny.
Well, that was definitely one of the fun things about any of those like tycoon games was like messing with the people that were in
creating death traps.
Yeah,
I always liked to launch the coasters. That was always the big.
Yeah, I don't really remember ever making attempts where I'm like, oh, I really want this just to be the funnest, most safe part. There was always a twist of some kind.
Oh yeah. It would be interesting to get the data from like, I guess you can't really because it's not it wasn't like online distributed, but it would be interesting to see how many instances that people played that game are just like killing the guests and stuff, or like creating shit shows, versus like how many people actually played the game as intended.
Because I got a good mix.
I for sure played more shit shows.
I'd play that again sometime. That was a pretty fun game.
Yeah. Dude, AoE 2 sounds like coming out with some new Civ soon.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That's a game. Old game for any gamers that we enjoy.
Age of Empires 2. Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, it's pretty niche. Yeah, it's fun. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I definitely am excited to make some Roman campaigns and stuff. I want to do Carthage crossing the Alps. I think that would be sick.
Yeah, you were working on making another map for us to play, weren't you?
Yeah, I've been slowly putting it together. It's
the first one. He made a map of the United Kingdom last time, and what was it? The Britons, the Celts, the
Franks, and the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. I get a chub for historical accuracy. You know that. If it's historical, I love it, dude. So yeah, I love setting up maps. Right now I'm doing, I guess, most of Asia. I'm doing like the Korean Peninsula, Japan, China, and then over to India. So
now that you know how to code, do you think you could have you seen like people have made like cars that you can put into the game and like as like a unit and like
modding?
Yeah, or like Star Wars characters. Yeah.
I actually have
how hard that would be.
It's probably pretty easy, honestly.
Oh, really?
The hardest part would probably be the animation. Yeah. Actually, I was looking at the game files a little bit, and this isn't going to make a lot of sense, but a lot of them are just JSON files, I think. Which JSON? What does that stand for? JavaScript Object Notation. But it's like a format of basically how everything sends messages to everything else. Almost any time computers communicate, they're using some form of JSON, or a lot of times. And so I actually think it would just be like editing and making one of those files. That's like hit points, this. Defense, this.
Yeah, I was thinking about learning some about animation. Thought that'd be cool to mess around with some.
Interesting. Dude, we should make a game.
There's I downloaded a free software called Blender. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm familiar with Blender.
Dude, I've kind of like looked in it a little bit. Oh my god, it looks so complicated. How many settings there are and stuff in it. I'm like, it's like overwhelming. Like,
are you in the Blender subreddit at all?
No, I literally just downloaded it and opened it to see what like you could do. I couldn't even really figure out in like the 10 minutes I messed around how to do anything.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot.
But I could see how if you like knew what you were doing, really cool stuff you could make.
It's very cool in that it can like simulate stuff super realistically, like water and stuff or hair, things like that. It's really, it's pretty wild. Yeah, I've thought about making a game a couple times. I think the animation stuff would be too much for me.
We spend like a year making something, and then we're so proud of it, and then we like show it to people. And have you ever seen that Parks and Rec episode where he's Ben is like staying at home, and he gets into the hobby of claymation, and his buddy comes. His buddy comes over to the house. Yeah, his buddy comes over to like check on him, and he's like, looking kind of depressed and stuff. And he's like, no, look, you got to check out this awesome claymation I made. And he shows it to him, and it's like the intro title and then it's like the dude with some background music like getting up off of bed and taking like 2 steps. And it just ends. And he's like baffled because he's like, I worked for a month on that. That's going to be us with animation if we try to do some animation.
Start the game and it says, congratulations, you've won. I will say though, I think an interesting game concept. Let me pitch this to you. You get to create a little society that is riding on the back of some type of giant monster. So it's kind of like AoE, where you're
Set
doing
on Earth or like just
yeah, well, it's set. It doesn't really matter. It's set on like a big planet. I guess it could be. It may as well be Earth. But it has a bunch of these giant monsters walking around with civilizations on them. And so the goal of the game is to like you and your monster. You end up like working with it or like enslaving it or whatever. Like you can pick many different paths of how you want to interact with it. And then you're like doing resource management and managing this giant monster as you're interacting with other societies and stuff. I don't know. It seems kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, that sounds cool if you could pull it off.
Yeah. Well, you going to animate it for me?
Just a fun idea. Probably not. That sounds pretty complicated for a first job.
You don't think 5 minutes of Blender research could get you there, dude? I have full faith.
I'll look into it, but I'm going to guess no. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I've got a couple things we could talk about.
Cool.
If you want, let's see. You can pick. We can either do. I got another Curb clip, or I also have an article. We can talk about the. Have you ever heard of Morgan Island in South Carolina?
It sounds familiar.
Pretty cool, but take your pick.
Was it a treasure island or something? Morgan Island?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's do Morgan Island.
Morgan Island? Yeah. Sure. In the wilderness, people are faced with two options: facing death or surviving to tell the tale. These are their stories. Morgan Island is also called Monkey Island.
Oh, whoa!
Do you know anything about it now?
I'm looking it up now, but this is sick, dude.
Yeah, so it's this island off the coast of South Carolina called Morgan Island. It's home to 4,000 monkeys.
Whoa.
Yeah, located in the St. Helena Sound off the coast of Beaufort, South Carolina, not far from Charleston. It's a scientific oddity that has stirred up local legends and controversy for years.
How did they get there?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Oh, we went there.
You bet. No. You can't go there.
No. We went to the place where they're. Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Continue.
Okay. I was gonna say you can't go there. That's all right. But anyways, yeah. So the monkeys that are there are rhesus monkeys, I think. Rhesus.
Rhesus, I think.
I think they're a type of macaque. Rhesus macaque. They're native to Asia. But they've been popular in science for their similarity to humans. So kind of which leads to them ending up on Monkey Island in South Carolina. So in the late 1970s, some scientists cooked up a plan to conduct vast scientific research at a lab on Morgan Island. Monkeys were shipped over from the Caribbean Primates Research Center at the University of Puerto Rico.
This is what I was saying. They're from La Parguera, which is the place we went to. Sorry.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. The place in Puerto Rico we went.
Yeah, we went to visit La Parguera, where these monkeys are from.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Sidetrack.
No worries. Initially numbering an already hefty 1,400 monkeys strong when they first got there in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Here, the monkeys were bred for research and testing as part of a contract between the FDA and a private company. This continued for many years and went widely unnoticed by the general population, though there were rumors passed around by people who claimed to have seen the monkeys while out boating around the area. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so what? You can't go there? What happens?
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah. So
you get a fine or you die in an avalanche or what?
Oh, you'll find out. So Morgan Island is a 4,500-acre island and always has been uninhabited due to its remote location, though when the monkeys arrived, it officially became off-limits to the public.
Okay.
All right. It was discovered by the general populace in the early 2000s, and it became the subject of much controversy due to the secrecy that was surrounding it. This led to most of the research and experimentation being abandoned, and the monkeys have mostly been left to their own devices.
Oh, so the lab operated for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Kind of in secrecy.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the monkeys are owned by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, with the population management handled by Charles River Laboratories. The monkeys on the island have boomed from the original 1,400 to an estimated count of over 4,000. The island is still off limits to the public, and according to public knowledge, there are no scientific experiments being conducted on the monkeys, though there have been some studies done on the effect that the monkeys have had on the island and its native habitat. In recent times, the controversy surrounding South Carolina's Monkey Island has bubbled to the surface yet again, as Representative Nancy Mace responded to rumors of 600 monkeys being removed from the island each year for research purposes that some deem to be inhumane. None of this research is confirmed, though it has led to an entertaining news story. While it is illegal to step foot on the island, you can see the monkeys by boat. They are known to hang out on the beaches and give quite a show as people pass by.
Okay.
There's only one other feral colony of rhesus monkeys in the United States in Silver Springs, Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah. Rather than scientific research, these monkeys have a more comical history of being released by a glass-bottom boat captain in the late 1930s because he reportedly wanted to offer a genuine jungle experience to tourists. That's the place in Florida. That's pretty funny.
That's great.
This may seem funny, and you may find yourself wanting to visit Morgan Island or the Monkey Island in Florida, but it's not a good idea, and this is where we get into why it's really not a good idea to go there. Not only is it illegal, the monkeys are known to spread diseases, including herpes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait,
which is
isn't herpes an STD?
Yeah, but I think you can get it from, like, blood to blood, like, transmission too, like, so if they scratch you and stuff.
I was just going for a setup to fuck monkeys. Okay, man, I'm just trying to get a joke off here.
So yeah, that's why you shouldn't go there.
That's wild, dude. Also, this is definitely a good movie. This for sure would be a great movie. You're like, there's like a secret lab there. All of a sudden, they stop getting transmissions, and then like a bunch of monkeys end up attacking the shore, so they have to send in a crack team to go find out what the fuck happened at the island. And then at the island, they discover like a super monkey ruling all the monkeys or something like that.
Yeah. All right, here's some more information. That would be a cool movie. Originally, the monkey colony now located on Morgan Island was located at the Caribbean Primate Research Center in La Parguera,
Nice.
Puerto Rico. According to the CDC, Center for Disease Control, there were incidents of the free-range monkeys escaping, carrying viral herpes B infections, which led to outbreaks in the local population. Puerto Rico was alarmed by this, and South Carolina stepped in to offer an uninhabited island for research. In 1979 and 80, over 1,400 monkeys were relocated to Morgan Island. That's pretty, yeah.
There's definitely a horror movie or something here. For sure.
So, yeah. That's a place. That's a cool wilderness story because it's a place you cannot go. Should not go. I guess you could go, but
okay,
definitely not recommended.
Yeah, so I have some questions. You said you cannot legally step foot on the island, but you can go buy it on boat.
Yeah,
can you
that's what they said. That's what it said.
Take the boat right up to the shore and not set foot on the island, but give a monkey a high five, do you think?
Then you're getting in, I don't know. That's an interesting legal question of, like, where is the boundary of, like,
is it trespassing?
There's
that's
probably,
illegal?
I would imagine that there's some legal rule with islands where once you've gotten a certain amount close to the shore, you're technically, like,
on the island.
That's my guess. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, that would check out.
But it is interesting.
Huh. If you're a lawyer, please reach out. Let us know. Oh, dude, did we mention that we had a pharmacist reach out to us? Did we talk about that last episode yet?
Which one? The pharmacist and doctor?
Yeah, because we did the Larry David bit.
It was a couple episodes ago, yeah.
Well, and then an actual pharmacist reached out to us. Shout out. Thank you. I guess maybe
he said a comment, yeah.
Should we, shout out a name? I guess probably not.
No.
Give anonymity if they
I don't
want.
think so, yeah.
But, dude, yeah, thank you for reaching out to us and sharing that with us. That was very
Yeah.
cool to
We're always
read up
open
on that.
to being told we're wrong. Or
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And we were told pretty definitively that we were wrong. That doctors, no, go with the pharmacist.
prescription-wise, pharmacists wouldn't are a lot more educated
Mhm.
about medicine than the
Yeah.
actual medicines.
That being said, this was a
I totally
pharmacist
understand. Yeah.
telling us this, and my understanding of
You're biased.
pharmacists
You're biased.
very, very narcissistic. Yeah, very narcissistic. Really, very selfish people.
So yeah, Morgan Island, pretty cool.
Yeah,
though.
that's really cool. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't actually look at the map of where it is.
Oh, this would be such a cool movie. This would be such a cool B movie, like a sci-fi
Oh, wow, it's
special.
it's like in the bay. It's pretty close to like
Is it
the
really?
mainland. Oh yeah,
Let's take a look here.
it's like south of Charleston, but it's like a little bit in from like.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It is. It's like right there.
Yeah.
How much separates it from the mainland, dude?
Well,
I'm
let's
writing
see.
a movie. I'm making a movie.
Yeah, dude, it says like the scale here. It looks like 2,000 feet.
It's like really
Up the width
close.
from like one part to the. Well, I guess those are also islands, but there's roads. But yeah,
Yeah,
I wonder
dude.
if they ever have to do anything about like keep making sure they don't get out. I guess they
There's
don't
like
swim or like want to swim, but
there's like a driveway. There must be houses like a mile from this place. Wild.
that'd be a cool thing to take your friends to do. Come visit.
You guys want to go see the monkeys?
You want to go see Monkey Island?
Dude, that's cool. What a cool name, Monkey Island. That's a video game, isn't it?
Maybe.
I'm like, I feel like it's like a huge.
I
It's a
looked up
series
Monkey
of games.
Island, and that's the first thing that came up. Is this? It's a series of adventure games.
Yeah, I think it's like a pretty big series.
I was curious if Monkey Island would result in things about this actual island. That's funny.
Interesting. I'm reading about the secret of Monkey Island, the video game now. I'm wondering if it's that they were research monkeys. Maybe we don't know what the secret
The
of Monkey
monkeys were
Island
cool
is.
at the zoo.
Yeah, what
They're always fun to watch.
what all monkeys did you see?
They had capuchins. They had
Lame.
macaque, gorillas.
Lame. Gorillas? Lame.
What monkeys aren't lame?
Rhesus are pretty cool. I've learned.
Because you can get herpes from them.
Yeah. What monkeys are cool? I don't know. Do you want to do monkey ranking?
Dude, oh
What
my
is-
god. I gotta say, at the zoo too, I was cracking my. I feel like you'll appreciate this joke. Maybe some of our listeners will. Some people might find it stupid. But when we were at the zoo, walking around, at one point, one of the exhibits was closed, but there were people in it, like, doing construction and stuff. And so I just started laughing like crazy. I was like, "Oh, look at the humans, dude!" Like, and I'm like, "Oh, look, they gave them the bulldozer so they don't get bored and stuff." Like, that's so cute. I thought that was so. I was
Dude.
laughing for like a good couple minutes about that one.
Oh, dude, I would have gone in for a while on it. You should have like taken pictures and stuff.
It was pretty funny. Yeah.
Were you like? Please tell me you were like waving at them, like, "Hi, let's see if we can get." Yeah. Do you have any treats they
No,
might
that's-
like?
I don't call the animals to me. I don't. That's bad etiquette. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You don't
Let
want
the
to.
humans play with their bulldozer.
Yeah.
I just watch and
Right,
take pictures.
right,
Yeah.
right. You want to create the most natural habitat to observe them in. No, I totally understand.
Yeah.
I do get this. Okay, I'm going to share my
But dude,
screen.
I will say one really weird thing if you go to the zoo as an adult. It is like, it was insane. We went in the middle of the week. I don't know if this was part of why this was the case, but I would say 90% of the people that were there was like parents with kids. There were so many kids there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Oh,
remember. I went to the zoo a lot of.
So many kids. I would say the other 10% was like people like us, and then there's a lot
Pedophiles
of
looking for kids.
There's a lot of older people too. I think that,
definitely looking
have
for
local.
kids.
They have local memberships. I would definitely have a year membership
yeah,
and
dude.
go whenever I wanted if I lived
Absolutely.
over there. That'd
Absolutely.
be cool.
Dude, it's got to be fun to go tripping. And
Are you looking at the
hang out with
island?
people. Yeah, so I wanted to point this out real quick. This is the island right here.
Zoom out to South Carolina so they can kind of see.
So there's
So, yeah,
South
we're in
Carolina.
South
Here's
Carolina.
Savannah.
Yeah.
And then where are we? I lost it. Is it this one? No, here?
Yeah, that
here.
one.
This. Oh, dude, look how brown the river is. That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
rained or something recently before that was taken.
look at this shit. There are houses here. They can look from their house over to Monkey Island. That's wild.
There's probably trees in the way, but yeah, they're definitely right there.
Well, that's what I'm looking at. I don't think there are. Like, look, so here's the island. This must be the forest.
Oh yeah,
where
I
the
guess that's
colony
true.
is.
I didn't see the other forested area. Yeah. Huh.
Dude, I want to go there so bad. Oh, shit. Shit. There's a secret base there, dude.
the plot thickens.
No, fucking look at this shit right there in the monkey.
Wait, hold
Dude.
up.
Dude.
I see it.
Okay.
And it's on Google Earth. Are you on like Google Earth Pro or anything, or just Google?
No,
Maps?
this is regular Google Maps. Yeah, regular Google Maps.
Dude, hold on.
2023.
Let me get on Google
2023.
Earth Pro and see if that gives us a better view.
Whoa. Can we see people? Is this a person? No. Dude.
Oh shit. Morgan Island.
Oh, what's this? Pond? Yeah. Are you on? You want to share? Here. Dude, this is
I don't know.
awesome. Oh, dude, there's buildings all through this forest. And
Yeah, I
roads.
wonder.
Oh,
okay,
dude, there's
they
some
were
trucks.
saying they were doing stuff before, so I wonder if any of that's just like remnants from when they were actually.
Nah, dude, there's fresh boats there. You're not going to leave a boat and just abandon it there. No way.
I see a boat going by in the water. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's boats at the dock. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there is a boat actively in the water too, huh?
Huh.
Dude.
I would assume some scientists. It's scientists doing some research.
Oh, definitely. But on what? You know what I mean? I've seen 28 Days Later. I know how this goes. I understand why there's a Marine Air Base right next door, okay? I'm putting the pieces together, you know?
Okay, it says on Wikipedia the island is owned by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. The monkeys that live on the island are owned by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and are used for public health research. So
they're actively
gotta be
researching
it.
it. It's got to be. Dude, I'm writing a movie. I'm telling you.
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. That's fascinating.
Yeah. See, that's one of those things I just hear about during the week, and I'm like, oh, that'd be interesting to talk about sometime. Throw it on the notepad.
Where did you hear about that? Yeah, I'll start. I need to do a notepad.
I think I just was like looking up videos of like the most remote places or places you can't go to, and that was on the list. I have other ones from there at some point that we can do
Sweet.
from that list.
Places you can't go. Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, do you want to? I mean, do you want to talk about another one? What was the other one?
What was the other thing we were going to do? Let's do the Larry thing. And then I'm down to come back to more wilderness. I also, I'm jogging my memory on some of the things I've thought about during the week that would be cool. So let me see if I can find.
The Darien Gap. That's another. I want to like look into that more before we talk about it, though. But that's a interesting one.
Cool.
That's like the gap in the Panama where basically why all of them, the Americas aren't connected by a road system is because of that one gap.
Really?
Yep.
Was it like a fault line or something? I guess we can come back to it. Unless you want to dive in now.
Nah, like I said, that's like a pretty complicated topic, and I kind of want to come with some more, having done a little more research so I can actually talk fully about it.
Yeah,
but it's really
fair.
interesting. Yeah.
Cool.
Feel free to do your own research in the meantime if that interests you
I will not, but
and you're
thank you
pissed
for the
off that we
invitation.
aren't talking about it.
Thank you for the information. I will not.
I don't like being told what to do.
I prefer not to learn if I can help it. Oh yeah. So you said you had a Larry David clip.
Yeah, we got a good one.
I enjoy this Larry David section a lot. If I'm being honest,
I think they're good.
It might be one of my favorite segments.
Yeah, this one's it's about a 3-minute video, so I'll pause it a couple times throughout, and we can, if you want to, let's save most of our thoughts for the end, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
What are you going to leave? Let's coordinate the tip here.
Why?
Well, we split the check. We both have the exact same bill. So why don't we leave the same thing so one of us doesn't look like an idiot?
We favored nations all of a sudden for lunch?
You know, but what is the big deal if we both leave the same amount?
What do you want to leave? What's your inclination?
$12?
$12?
Yeah.
Good. Put down 12. Write $12 down.
How much are you going to leave? What's your plan here?
I'm encouraging you to leave $12. I think it's a number. There's nothing to be ashamed of on writing $12 under gratuity on your check.
So clearly they split the bill, and Larry would like to tip the same amount, but he doesn't want to tell him, his friend.
Are you going to leave $12?
You want to know what I'm leaving? I'm going to write down what I'm leaving right now. I'm writing a number. Now I'm folding that number, and I'm putting it inside my little leather check holder. Waiter, thank you very much.
No problem.
You've been wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're not going to tell me what you left? Is that it?
I am very excited about our show.
You don't believe in tip coordination. Is that it?
Let's stay in touch about the girl. It's very important. I got a couple ideas. I'll email you. This is exciting, Larry.
Yeah.
Initial reaction.
Should we jump into it?
We can do initial reaction, yeah.
I think it is weird. If you're splitting a bill, to me, it does seem weird to not tip coordinate. Two tips separately on a split bill, that seems weird to me, personally. I would say actually just leave one tip. I would say, let's leave, let me put my tip on your card or whatever, and I'll pay you back.
It's a true even split if you both tip the same.
See, that's true.
Well, which is a good thing in your argument. But I guess I'm thinking, I don't think I've ever, even splitting a bill, have asked other people
what their tip is.
Well, maybe that hasn't affected how I've tipped, I don't think. But
would it? Would you, if somebody tipped
yeah, I mean, that's an interesting part of this is does what somebody else tip affect what you tip? Because it kind of makes you look like an asshole if you don't tip as much, maybe.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It would affect me for sure. It would make me tip better, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely do at least I'll always, if somebody else tipped a lot, I would definitely at least do what's the socially accepted 20%. I don't know. I think I honestly would depend on my personal view of the service and stuff if I would tip more than that, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily would also.
So okay. So for
just
bad
throw
service,
in that.
Do you hit them with the 20?
I mean, I'd 15.
15? Totally
Oh, yeah.
within reason. Totally
Which
within
honestly,
reason.
that's another point. 15 used to be, I feel the accepted standard, and then
yeah.
People
are trying to bump
20.
it up to 25 now and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did you just cut out, or did I just cut out?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. No, I've read about this. Tipping, the expectation is pushing up towards 25%, and
and the other thing
pretty
is
problematic, honestly.
Everywhere asks for tips now at places that previously that was not a thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I would say only services deserve a tip, maybe. And I don't love the culture that it's just expected because, like, honestly, it's kind of just a symptom of, oh, this business isn't paying you enough money to where you now have to, you know, put on this facade to try to get extra money out of me.
Do
Perhaps
you tip when you pick up food if you just call it in and pick it up?
No, I usually wouldn't do that.
I usually don't either.
Unless it was like a local, if it was a local place. That something like that, I definitely like want to support that more and help them more. So I would in that situation. But if it's like, you know, fast food or something else, chain restaurant, I don't know if I would.
You like walk in and a kid's like crying in the back as the owner. Hush, hush, hush! Somebody will pay for dinner tonight. Hold on.
There's a lot of curb clips that involve tipping.
Dude, tipping is
it's a big point of contention. It's a big point of contention for Larry in many situations.
I have a big problem with tipping. I've like gone through periods where I have not tipped out of principle before, just because I disagree with the concept of tipping so much. It is so bad for like what it does to our relationship with work in this country. It really fucks us over a lot.
Well, we're the only ones who do it too.
Yes. Yeah, because basically it
passes the buck of paying the employees onto the customer instead of the business owner doing it.
And it also passes the responsibility of the workers to fight for good conditions onto the consumer as well. Like, it like that's the thing that kills me is that like it's very easy to say like it's the owners at fault, which they're the ones making the rule, but also like
everyone's tipping.
Yeah, and you're like fucking supporting it as a waiter. And I've known several waiters who are like, "Oh, I would rather be tipped because some nights I might get a lot of money." Get like, and then I'm like, "Dude, well, fucking, I don't want to hear you complain when you get screwed. Like, you're gaming the system, fuckface."
Whoa! All right.
Dude, it really bothers me, especially because in other countries, every other country, they've figured it out. And like, oh no, we just pay a living wage.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a much better system.
Oh yeah.
But focus back in on this tipping situation. You were saying before we continue that you so far would say you are a fan of tip coordination.
I think so, but I think I'm wrong for it. I think I'm like the bad guy for it, but I think so. Like I'm even sitting thinking like ethically, does it make sense for me to want to try to affect somebody else's tipping behavior? No, that's not right.
Yeah, that's the thing, because then you affect what they might want to do. Like,
right.
You assume that they wanted to coordinate a tip. Like
right, exactly, which I don't think is fair.
Yeah, I would say so far I lean, not that I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't agree so far.
You're anti-Larry?
I do not agree with Larry so far, but there's more clip. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
I think this is he's now at the restaurant the day after this situation that just happened. With,
Great to see you.
And I'm
excited.
How are we doing over here, sir?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Anything I can get you?
No, I have a question I want to ask you.
Okay.
Remember I was in here yesterday?
Yeah.
Would you mind telling me how much tip the guy I was with left you?
Oh, we don't do that.
You don't do what?
We don't share that information with customers.
Honestly, who gives a crap? I was in here. I was with a guy. I'm just curious. What do they leave?
It was a healthy tip.
Was mine a healthy tip?
Yeah.
Was his healthier? Let me ask you this question. Was it over $12?
Do you want me to refill your water? Or?
Just scratch your face with your finger if it was over $12.
I could really get in trouble with my
Nobody even knows what we're talking about. Scratch your face with your finger if it was over $12. Go ahead, just scratch it. Is it over $12? Oh, for God.
He scratched, if anyone's just listening, he scratched his face. It was over $12.
God's sake, I had an asshole.
Is there anything else?
Let me ask you this question. Was it over $15? Just tug on your tie up here. Was it over $15?
This is making me
Nobody
really
is even so anything that we're talking about. Was it over $15? Tug on your tie. Oh my! Oh,
sure.
Fuck!
Is that all?
No,
I can get you.
No, don't go yet. 1 second. I have one more question to ask you. Did that son of a bitch give you a $20 tip?
What if it was more?
How much did he give you? Huh? Was it over 30?
Do you want the check?
Yeah. If it's over 30, I want you to raise that cup over that pot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed your meal.
Thank you.
And come back soon.
He raised the cup over the pot as he walked away.
Way high over the pot.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, Larry was not happy about the tip being coordinated. Then he pestered the waiter. I think that was definitely. I disagree with him there about.
Way wrong. Yeah.
I
No
think
way.
I think it's okay to maybe ask them initially, but the second the guy goes, I
No.
don't want to do that. You gotta like.
You gotta be like,
"All right,
okay,
I
my bad."
understand." Yeah. Yeah, that's like yeah. I'm trying to think of an equivalent of somebody coming up to him and asking about Seinfeld, but I can't really. But
What?
or not.
What's the most you've ever tipped?
I mean, man, I can't really think of a time where I tipped maybe like $30 or 30 something bucks, just because it was a large bill. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, what percentage was that? Was that like?
I can't remember going over 25% ever. Honestly,
Yeah.
sorry if that makes me a villain, but
No.
maybe not in your eyes, but in some people's it might.
I'm sure there's some point. I think at one point I've like tipped 50% or something before for like a really, like somebody really hooking me up or something, and I was probably really drunk too, if we're being honest.
I will say, revolving around this situation we just watched, I think it was a dick move for him, if he's not going to tell him, for him then to tip that much more.
That much.
That was kind of a douche. That was a clear power move.
I was gonna say something rankles me about Jason Alexander in this. Like it does.
Oh
he
yeah, he's
feels
definitely
kind of in the
like
wrong.
he's definitely screwing with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think like Larry's all the way in the wrong, but like, I don't know. Weaponized tips, not a fan.
Yeah, like the way he handled it about tipping so much more. It's like, all right, just tell him I'm going to tip I'm going to tip more than that. At least say that. But like,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with Larry that you need to ask.
Well, okay.
Unless you're planning on tipping less or something, maybe you can also say like, hey, what did you guys think? Like, am I crazy here? Like,
I feel like it's appropriate to ask how much are you going to tip. You know, do you think that's an appropriate question at dinner?
weird. I feel like there's different dinner situations where it is, and maybe ones where it isn't.
Yeah.
Like,
So you think like
if you're in with like a big group of people and like you split the bill, maybe like 10 ways, like, I don't know. That seems like a lot to make everybody say that in front of everyone there. Like,
yeah.
I feel like they have the right to pay off their own personal experience in the group dinner, you know? But like, you
like,
and a friend, me and you, like,
definitely.
I think it's a lot more appropriate. Yeah.
You're like
splitting the bill. It's a lot more appropriate. Like,
it's like you and your wife of 20 years. She's just found out she like has cancer. It's bad. You guys are at dinner. Like, it's a really close moment at the end. You're like, hey, what are you tipping? I was thinking 10%, honestly.
I'm splitting the bill.
Yeah, dude, that would be great. Can we split this actually?
So, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Final verdict here. Do you agree with Larry?
I do not. I gotta
You do
say,
not?
I don't. As much as
I
I
don't
hate
either.
tipping,
I don't
as much as I
either.
hate tipping, I can't.
I don't know either. The second part aside, like pestering the waiter, I don't know if even the initial ask. I don't know if I agree that like they have to tell you. Like,
I think it's okay to ask, but I think it's
we
a little
agree.
weird to ask. Yeah.
Jason Alexander was being a douche
Yes.
by doing that and then tipping a lot more.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if this formula holds true for Curb. I'm like thinking about the writing going into this now. I'm kind of wondering if one of the things that make Curb so great is that Larry David is usually actually mostly wrong, but the people that he's wrong against are deliberate assholes to him. so that it seems like he's more justified.
I think a lot of
You
times
know what I mean?
that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, there's some episodes where you're like, no, nobody would say that. Who would hide a tip and then tip $30? That's insane. Who would do that? What kind of psychopath?
Yeah.
Next
agree.
time we're out
I think that's a douche move.
Next time you and I go out to dinner, we
I
go to
agree.
settle. You pull out 2 20s.
It's like I disagree with Larry here, but I also don't agree with the other guy that was at lunch with him. So,
Yeah.
you know. Fuck you both.
Fuck them both. Terrible people. Awful people.
So yeah, we both do not agree with Larry David. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of something interesting to talk about besides me just railing off on tips again.
I mean, if you have any other interesting
Fuck it.
or like thoughtful takes on it, sure,
Yeah, just
go
let
ahead
me
and
rant
share,
for like
yeah.
20 more minutes.
Sure.
No, I don't have anything valuable to add. Dude, I don't think the initial stuff I added was of much value, to be honest. Did I share this on the podcast? I can't remember. That I got hit with a Your Generation kind of recently?
Online or in person or
In person, yeah. So I've met some kids, some goddamn kids. They're like fresh out of college. They're like 22, 23 and stuff. And we've been playing chess. And while we were playing chess, we started talking politics and stuff. And they hit me with the, well, your generation feels blah, blah, blah. And I thought they were joking. I played it. I thought it was a joke. And then I brought it up later at the house with my roommate. And I continued to play it as a joke. And she was like, I don't think that's a joke, dude. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you are of a different generation. I was like, what are you talking about? Dude, we went and looked it up. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, dude. I'm the older. Yeah. We're becoming the boomers.
You're old.
I'm old as fuck. How old are you? 31?
30.
30?
Yeah. I'm not as old as you.
No, not even close.
Bite my colossal metal ass!
But yeah, that was I also definitely, since receiving that, I have noticed in interacting with 20-somethings, oh yeah, they are younger. They are just a little different. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, totally makes sense. They're hanging out doing different stuff, growing up in the world that we didn't.
Yep.
Things are different.
We had the last good childhoods though, for sure. This new generation is shit.
Social media was not popular when I was a kid, until college, I would say. Or
well, the other thing,
into high school, college, kind of.
I think we've talked about this.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Yeah, we got to grow up in the really cool time when, for the first part of our childhoods, there was no computer. It was go play outside with your friends.
Yep.
And then we got to grow with technology a little bit, so we understand it and can use it well, but it didn't rule our lives.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's definitely very interesting. It'll be interesting to compare as things move on, just because of how much stuff has advanced in the past few decades.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
How much it changes human mental evolution and whatnot.
The other interesting thing too is as we continue growing technologically, the rate continues to grow as well. So the 5 years from 95 to 2000 saw much less than, for instance, the 5 years of 2015 to 2020, technologically wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Just looking at something.
Oh.
But yeah, no, that's totally accurate. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna plateau or it'll be a while until stuff, or if it'll just keep on keeping on.
It's interesting. There's have you ever heard of Moore's Law? Do you know that?
I have not.
Moore's law, this is some nerdy shit. It is the observation that the number of transistors in an integrated circuit board doubles about every 2 years. And so essentially, since we started messing with electronics, we can make better chips smaller at a basically predictable rate. And so one of the things I've heard or read is that eventually we will probably hit a hard limit where like the physics at a small enough point just do not work, and that will likely be a huge difficulty for us as far as technological growth, because like once you hit that, you can't make better gear anymore.
Yeah, I mean the microchips can only get so small. Like,
yeah, eventually it's just too small.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it is interesting to think about, I think. The idea of like, what if we did just like hit an edge past which we can't learn anymore? I guess not learn more, but get any better. Anyways.